All right, let's talk about music videos a little bit. I was a kid when MTV first started. Once upon a time, MTV played music videos more or less 24/7. Uh, uh, now MTV is a little bit different, right? With lots of different shows. They were a pioneer in reality television in the 90s, and the joke now is, does MTV play music videos anymore? And the answer is not quite as much. That's migrated to the internet. But the impact of the music video on the popular music industry cannot be underestimated. And MTV goes on the air in 1981. By 1985, really you cannot have a hit record without a great music video. So, it becomes kind of the location of popular music to a great extent. Which is a major change in itself. Uh, uh, which is a topic for another time, I suppose. What I want to talk about in this video is watching a music video and some of the things you want to look for. Um, a big question when you're watching a music video is the music in the video diegetic or non-diegetic? The diegesis is a Greek word that refers to the world of a work of art. So we're all familiar with fan fiction to a certain extent, and fan fiction sort of steps into the world of say Star Wars or the Avengers or Twilight, and sort of riffs on that theme, but it's written by somebody who's not the original author. So we could say that that's expanding that diegesis in some way, considering that world a little bit. So if you think of the typical movie trailer that begins in a world where so and so happens, right? That's the diegesis. We're talking about the diegesis. Music can be either a part of that world or it can be something that's overlaid on top in a film, any film. So, for example, in the movie Star Wars, which hopefully you've seen. If you haven't, I don't know what rock you've been under. But the very first Star Wars movie, Star Wars, now known as Episode 4, A New Hope, right? Luke and Obi-Wan Kenobi walk into the cantina in Mos Eisley, and they hear played in the background this music that sounds, alien music that sounds suspiciously like jazz, because it is in a way. That's diegetic music. It's right there. We know that it's happening. We see the source of the music. How many movies can you think of that begin with an alarm clock going off and flipping over, and the numbers change, and the clock radio comes on, and the music then is diegetic in that sequence. So that's diegetic music. Non-diegetic music, if we're watching Star Wars again, non-diegetic music happens as Luke Skywalker is flying his X-Wing fighter down into the trench on the Death Star, and you hear bum, bum, ba-da-da-dee-da. Well, that music is overlaid later. That's not in the world of the movie. That's there because otherwise it would be a pretty boring movie, and we'd really notice how cheesy the special effects really are, right? Now, if we saw Luke Skywalker putting his Star Wars soundtrack into the 8-track player on the X-Wing fighter, then we would say, yeah, that's diegetic music. That's really happening. But we don't even know what kind of stereo system the X-Wing fighter has. It'd be pretty cool if we did. Probably somewhere there's some fan fiction that discusses it. Who knows? That's diegetic or non-diegetic music. You want to think about innovative and new visual techniques that you've seen. Remembering always, right? What's new and innovative in 1982 or 1985 is definitely not new or innovative today. The style of the music video and the cinematography going on in the music video has a huge effect going forward on what filmmakers do, and a lot of really respected filmmakers in Hollywood today cut their teeth on music videos back in the day. It certainly were influenced by that. So look for those things. Symbolism, right? And this is a place where, because we have the lyrics going on in the song, but we also have this visual component, right? The director can introduce other symbols that are not necessarily referred to, and those symbols might go along with something that's in the music, or they might not. Look for the message behind the message, right? What is the music really saying, and how and how does the video enlighten that? And sometimes a video enhances the music that it goes with, and sometimes it doesn't, right? Sometimes there really isn't that much to enhance, right? So you think of the typical rock song where the video is, lots of shots of a beautiful woman scantily clad. I don't know that that necessarily enhances the music in any way. It might enhance some people's experience of the music, I suppose. Um, so look for ways that it does that. And does the video use techniques or ideas associated with postmodernism? And if you're not comfortable with what postmodernism is, there's some information in the course packet. There's some information in one of the slideshows that you should check out and make sure you understand. Since the 1970s, we've been living really in a postmodern world, very much compared to the modernist age that came before. So it's a real shift in kind of philosophical outlook for the most part, and the way that society interacts with itself, and the way that we're thinking about things. So keep after that. In the next module, you'll be choosing a video from a list and doing an analysis of that video. So be ready for that. And just remember that this component, up until now, we've watched videoed performances. We've watched some of these old movieolas and soundies, but we haven't watched a true video in the modern sense until this module right now, starting with Talking Heads. And so take a really good look at the Talking Heads video, see if you can discern what some of the symbols are, and head over to the discussion forum, and we'll see what you come up with. Have a great day, and we'll talk to you soon.